Welcome, this is Zon with Repro Products. Today's video is on AutoCAD 2020 and the annotative functionality of the software. I have a file in front of me in AutoCAD 2020. This functionality is applicable to older versions as well. I have a floor plan drawn here. It's nothing fancy, it's only 2D. If we head over to the Layout tab, we can see that there's a title block here. My objective is to create two viewports showing the content and model space at two different scales with annotative functionality so that the text, dimensions, and leaders only show where they need to show. So to create my viewports, I can use the ribbon, and I can also use the standard old commands like mview. And so I have two viewports created. I'm going to take this particular viewport and set the scale down here to 1/8 inch. Let's see how small it is. Oh, let's go larger. Let's make it double the size, 1/4 inch. Actually, let's go even larger so it's easier to see. And then obviously we can adjust the physical size of the viewport using the grips to get it to show the information exactly the way we want. And then I'll move it in the position that I need. For the smaller viewport, let's go ahead and resize this viewport, and let's move it down into the corner over here. What I want to do too is that I'm going to zoom down over here and move my viewport so it shows this little lower right corner of the floor plan. And I'm going to change this scale as well to something else besides the one that I use. Let's go to 1 inch is equal to a foot. And then we will move our floor plan so you can see everything properly. And I'm going to readjust the scale because I think that scale is just a little too large. I say let's do 3/4. That's fine. And we'll pan it over. I'm purposely showing this little corner over here because I want to show you the functionality of annotative capability in this region on both viewports. Now that both viewports have been set up and their scales have been set properly, we want to go ahead and lock the viewports so that they don't accidentally get messed up when we pan and zoom within the viewports with our mouse. So if I double click inside the larger viewport, and I zoom and pan with my wheel, it doesn't affect the viewport. And the same thing with the smaller one. And now that our viewports are set, we can start working with annotative capability. If we head over to the Annotate tab of the ribbon, you'll see you have Text panel, Dimension panel, Leaders panel. And inside, the way the commands function is you have the main command, a selector for the style, a main command, selector for the style, and so on. When you're working with either the text, the dimensions, or the leaders, they have that annotative capability built in, but you have to choose that particular style that has that functionality. So I'm going to double click inside the larger viewport to make it active and start dimensioning here. Heading over to the dimension command, if we open up the style selector for the dimension style, this particular file has a few already created. What you want to look for in particular are the ones that have the little triangular cross-section symbol. So here's annotative that comes shipped with the software. This file, they made one called architectural and they made one called imperial. The one that does not have the cross-section triangular symbol is not annotative. It is not intelligent. But it's not a big deal because you can always change a non-annotative style to an annotative style. So we want to go ahead and pick something that makes sense for us to use, any one of these three. So I'm going to go ahead and pick the annotative one. And I can either use the smart dimensioning command, or I can force the software to use a particular dimensioning command. So in this case, I'm going to use the linear one. And I'm going to dimension from this corner to this corner here, and then place the dimension. And I'm going to purposely place the dimension, say, right here. And you'll notice that in this particular viewport, the smaller one, you don't see the extension line of that dimension. So let's force this viewport down here to be even larger so that we can potentially see the dimension that I placed. And I still don't see it. Okay, that functionality is what's called annotative. It knows what annotative style and dimension you want to associate it to. So if I select that dimension inside this viewport and right click, there is this annotative object scale functionality here. We can click add delete scales and you'll see that it has one already created 1/2 inch, and that's because when you start the command inside the viewport, it uses that particular viewport's scale and works with it to make the annotative object have that particular scale. If I want this particular annotation to show up over here on the right hand, the lower viewport, remember this viewport is set to 3/4 of an inch. So all we need to do is select any annotation that's annotative, head back over to annotative object scale, click add delete scales, and we can add the other dimension, the other scale. In this case, it's 3/4. When we do that, it shows up in this list. When I click OK, you'll now see it in the smaller viewport right here. And again, I can resize the window for us, and we'll move it up just a little bit so it's in the white area. And you can see, if you look very carefully, not only can you see both the dimension in both viewports, but they also are coming in at the same exact printed height scale, whichever that was set for within the style. If I go into model space of the viewport for the larger one and I hover my mouse over the dimension, you'll see that on my cursor there are the triangular cross-section symbols, and there's 2 of them, and that means that there's more than one scale associated to this particular object. If I click and select that particular dimension and zoom in really close, you're going to see that there's another one already created automatically, and that one that was created automatically handles the other viewport. So if I were to just take this dimension and move it using either my grips or the move command, you're going to see that you have 2 of them very visibly. And the larger one obviously is for this particular viewport, and the smaller one is for this one over here on the lower right hand corner of my screen. And if we head over to actual model space, there is a command over here that allows you to see that annotation. And if I click it to make the icon not cyan, then it means it's not active and those annotations are not visible. If I click it, then it becomes visible and I can see that. And this time if I select the annotation, you're going to see the other ones that are visible as well. And so that's how the annotative functionality works in the AutoCAD software, so that you can use it to create text dimensions and leaders that apply to just the viewports that you want, and or other viewports as well when you associate their scales to the annotation. Now this annotative capability applies to dimensioning, it applies to text, and to multi-leaders as well. So if my viewport, let's go ahead and adjust my display and go ahead and make my cursor inside the larger viewport. Let's use this hand annotative style and create an mtext over here and just put in some text, say exterior wall to be painted, something like that. And you'll notice that the text only applies to this viewport and it doesn't apply here as well to the lower viewport. However, if I select it and do the same thing that I did with my dimensioning and add my 3/4 inch, I should be able to see the text. And then lastly, the same thing applies with the multi-leader as well. So as long as you have an annotative style to work with for the multi-leader, you can do the same tool. So select the command, put in your information, And when you're done, that information only shows in that viewport. And if I were to select that annotation and go ahead and add the 3/4, we should be able to see at least the arrowhead, see, in the smaller viewport. And that's the annotative functionality within AutoCAD. And this applies to 2020 and older versions as well. Thank you very much for watching.